Heartland is finally returning, and this time the excitement feels bigger than ever. Season 19 is shaping up to be one of the most emotional and dramatic chapters in the show's long history. Why? Because the production team has confirmed a cast update that will bring back one of the most beloved characters the series has ever seen. And the way her story will unfold is guaranteed to spark endless conversations among fans. Production for the new season officially began on May 29th, though cameras actually started rolling earlier on May 13th in Alberta. That means fresh episodes are much closer than anyone expected, and whenever filming kicks off, there's always a wave of behind-the-scenes details that stir up speculation. This time is no different. Already we've seen photos that hint at heated storylines. One image captured Amy and Nathan in a surprisingly intimate setting near a hot tub. The chemistry in that moment practically jumps off the page, raising one very big question. Are Amy and Nathan heading towards something serious this season? If the answer is yes, then season 19 might redefine the romantic heart of Heartland. But before we get ahead of ourselves, there's an even bigger revelation waiting to be explored. During script readings, fans spotted something almost unbelievable. A familiar face appeared, one that has been absent for years. And with that, speculation turned into certainty. Georgie is officially returning to the show. For longtime viewers, this is not just good news. It's the moment many have been quietly hoping for since she left after season 14. Back then, Georgie's departure made sense. She left to pursue her Olympic dreams in Florida, and fans cheered her on, proud of her courage. Yet deep down, a part of the audience never stopped hoping she'd ride back into the story. That hope has finally paid off. Georgie is coming home to Heartland. But how long will she stay? And more importantly, what kind of story will she bring with her? The answer begins with one word: marriage. In real life, actress Alicia Newton recently announced her engagement. And in the world of Heartland, her character is preparing for something very similar. Rumors now point to Georgie tying the knot in season 19, with Quinn stepping back into the spotlight alongside her. After years of uncertainty, after the highs and lows of young love, this could be the season that gives them both a happily ever after. Think about it. Quinn already proposed to Georgie once, and at the time she turned him down. She believed they were too young, too unready, and she was right. Back then, their lives were just beginning, and Georgie had bigger dreams to chase. But seasons have passed, and life has a way of reshaping priorities. Now they're older, wiser, and more grounded. And this time, the timing feels different. This time, Georgie may be ready to say yes. Yet this return doesn't come without complications. Sources suggest that Georgie won't remain in the show for long. Her wedding may unfold across only a handful of episodes before she returns to Florida to continue her career. That short presence makes her storyline bittersweet. Fans get the joy of seeing her again, but also the heartbreak of knowing her visit is temporary. Still, there's hope that her exit this time will feel more final, more complete, leaving no lingering questions about her future. But Georgie's wedding is only the beginning. Season 19 seems determined to dive deeper into romance, conflict, and emotional growth. Which raises another burning question. Will Amy and Nathan also step onto the path toward marriage? Season 18 gave fans a taste of what might come between Amy and Nathan. Their relationship simmered quietly in the background, developing through small moments and subtle connections. By the time they finally shared that long-awaited kiss, it felt like a shift in the entire rhythm of the show. Suddenly, Amy's world opened to new possibilities, and viewers were left wondering if this was just the start of something greater. Now whispers suggest that season 19 may bring not just one wedding, but two. Imagine the impact of Georgie marrying Quinn while Amy and Nathan edge closer to their own vows. Two major love stories unfolding side by side would mark a turning point for Heartland, showing that the series isn't afraid to embrace sweeping romance alongside its usual family drama. Of course, fans are divided. Some feel it's too soon for Amy and Nathan. After all, her journey of healing from Ty's death is still very fresh, and rushing into marriage could seem unrealistic. But Others argue that love on the ranch has always moved at its own pace, blending emotion with practicality. In the world of Heartland, love and business often intertwine, and when families connect, decisions happen fast. This conflict between waiting and moving forward creates an emotional tension that will keep audiences glued to the screen. Viewers will find themselves asking, is Amy ready for this step? Or is the show daring her to embrace a new chapter sooner than expected? And the intrigue doesn't stop with the romance itself. Season 19's very first episode sets the stage for something deeply personal. Amy organizes a special event designed to help Nathan bond with Lindy. It's not just about romance anymore. It's about proving to her daughter that Nathan isn't simply a visitor in their lives. He's someone who could matter in a lasting way. The glimpses of Nathan and Lindy's bond from last season were touching, but season 19 promises to take that relationship much further. Amy will be intentional this time, actively showing Lindy that Nathan has a place in their world. This move is brave, but it also opens the door to one of the season's most emotional moments, a moment that will test Amy as both a mother and a woman learning to love again. That moment arrives when Lindy, with the innocence only a child can carry, asks Amy if Nathan is going to be her new father. It's a question layered with hope, fear, and longing. And for Amy, it's a moment that forces her to balance two truths: that Ty will always be Lindy's father, a part of their lives that can never be erased, and that it's still possible to welcome someone new into their family's story. The emotional weight of this scene will be unforgettable. Fans can already imagine Amy holding back tears, explaining with gentleness and love that Ty's place in their hearts will remain forever, while also reassuring Lindy that it's okay to care for Nathan. It's okay to let him be part of their lives in a way that feels natural and real. This quiet yet powerful exchange may mark the true beginning of Amy and Nathan's path toward a wedding. It won't be about rushing or replacing Ty. It will be about growth, healing, and the courage to build something new. And if Georgie's wedding delivers spectacle and celebration, Amy and Nathan's journey could provide the deeper, more emotional heart of season 19. But there's more to this season than romance alone. The ranch, the rivalries, and the family dynamics are all ready to surge back into the spotlight. Romance may dominate the headlines, but Heartland has never been just about love stories. Season 19 is set to deliver on every front: family, friendship, rivalry, and the everyday challenges of running a ranch in Alberta. That balance of heartfelt drama and grounded reality is what has made the series endure for nearly 2 decades. One thread carried over from season 18 is the intensifying rivalry with Price Beef. That storyline added tension and gave the show a layer of grit beyond its usual family focus. Season 19 is expected to continue exploring that conflict, and the outcome could have lasting consequences for the Bartlett-Fleming family. Whenever ranching rivals clash, it's never just about cattle, it's about pride, legacy, and the survival of a way of life. Against this backdrop, Amy's evolving relationship with Nathan feels even more layered. It isn't only about romance, it's also about how alliances and partnerships shape the future of the ranch. If Amy and Nathan's bond grows into marriage, it could merge their personal and professional lives in a way that strengthens the entire family business. And for a family that has always mixed work with love, that makes perfect sense. But fans know that Heartland thrives on emotional highs and lows, and this season won't shy away from either. Georgie's return will bring joy, but it will also carry a bittersweet undertone since her presence may be brief. Amy and Nathan's romance will spark excitement, but it will also raise doubts and painful memories. And Lindy's innocent question about family will be enough to make even the strongest fans shed tears. What makes season 19 particularly intriguing is the sense that the writers are tying together multiple storylines with a deliberate rhythm. Instead of juggling 10 different plots at once as seen in season 18, the focus seems tighter. Georgie's wedding, Amy and Nathan's bond, and the lingering conflicts in the ranching world are woven together, creating momentum without overwhelming the audience. And yet, with all of this anticipation, one question keeps hovering in the air: what kind of ending will Georgie receive this time? Her departure in season 14 left fans with mixed feelings. Yes, it made sense for her character to chase her dreams, but it also felt open-ended, almost unfinished. Many viewers wondered what would happen next, and whether they would ever see her again. Season 19 promises to resolve that uncertainty. Whether it's through her wedding or her return to Florida, Georgie's arc will be written with more closure. And while it might not be a permanent homecoming, it could finally give fans the satisfaction of knowing exactly where her journey leads. That sense of closure will be vital, because once Georgie steps out again, the spotlight will shift almost entirely to Amy. Her choices, her growth, and her family's future will become the emotional backbone of the show. And it won't be just about her. Lindy, too, is beginning to step into the story as a character whose perspective matters. What she feels about Nathan, how she processes the changes around her, and how she honors her father's memory will all shape the family's next chapter. Heartland has always been a multi-generational story, and Season 19 feels like the moment where the past, present, and future collide in ways that will leave fans deeply moved. As Season 19 unfolds, the biggest promise it carries is transformation. Heartland has always thrived on steady rhythms, ranch, life, family bonds, and quiet moments of healing. But this season is pushing toward milestones that will redefine the series. Weddings, reunions, and new relationships are not just plot points. They are markers of growth, signaling how far these characters have come since the earliest days on the ranch. Georgie's return captures this perfectly. She left as a young dreamer, uncertain of her path, and she comes back as a woman who has faced challenges, matured, and found both success and love. Watching her step into marriage with Quinn is more than a romantic moment. It's a reward for years of perseverance, a reminder that even when characters leave, their stories continue to grow in meaningful ways. Fans who rooted for her from the start will feel the payoff when she finally says yes. At the same time, Amy's journey highlights a different kind of transformation, one born of loss, resilience, and the courage to love again. Her relationship with Nathan is not about replacing Ty. It's about honoring the past while embracing the possibility of a future that looks different, but still feels whole. And when Lindy's innocent voice asks if Nathan will become her new father, that moment will strike at the heart of every viewer. Because it's not just a question for Amy, it's a reflection of what the entire family has been navigating for years. How to move forward without letting go of the memories that define them. This dual focus, Georgie stepping into her new life, Amy considering hers, creates a balance of joy and vulnerability that sets Season 19 apart. One storyline celebrates new beginnings. The other explores how healing can lead to love after heartbreak. Together, they give the season a depth that promises to stay with viewers long after the credits roll. And beyond these personal arcs, the broader world of Heartland keeps pulsing with energy. Rivalries like the clash with Price Beef ensure that the stakes extend beyond romance, keeping the ranch itself at the center of the drama. Every decision about family, love, and loyalty ripples outward into the land, the cattle, and the legacy the Bartlett-Flemings work so hard to protect. By the end of the season, fans can expect to see celebrations filled with laughter, tears shed, in moments of honesty, and choices that will shape the next era of the show. Whether it's Georgie's heartfelt vows, Amy stepping into a new relationship, or Lindy discovering her place in this evolving family, Season 19 will not shy away from giving us scenes that define what Heartland has always been about: love, resilience, and the unbreakable bonds of family. So the stage is set. 2 possible weddings, emotional confrontations, long-awaited reunions, and the ranch at the center of it all. Season 19 isn't just another chapter. It's a season that dares to ask what comes after grief, what love looks like when dreams are fulfilled, and how family endures through every change. The only question left is this: which moment are you most eager to see? Georgie's long-awaited return, Amy's emotional turning point, or Lindy's brave question that could change everything? One thing is certain: this season will keep us watching, keep us feeling, and keep us talking long after the credits roll.